2, I'd gone to, wasn't everybody come closer, please? And try not to focus on me so much. You could, if you like, you could pan some of the small crowd here. I had gone to Ithaca, New York to guest teach for Holocaust Remembrance. I gave a couple of lectures there, and I was on my way to Israel. And the first night I'm at Ithaca College, I was introduced to an Israeli math instructor at the college, a guy who grew up in Haifa. I gave a slide lecture to his math class the next day. I told him I could teach lessons of the Holocaust using art in any academic subject, and I focused on numbers and mathematics in terms of the final solution and all that is. And I've seen him once since then. We both, his parents were Croatian Jewish Holocaust survivors, and we both met at an international conference on the Holocaust Education at Yad Vashem in Jerusalem in 2006. We both gave workshops. Mine was paired with his. And after that summer, the following fall, he emailed me 3 or 4 photos of his family members. Both of his parents were from Croatia. Both survived. This is his mother here, who survived. And pointing that out here, one with the very long braids here. So Dani's mother's hands are on Mira's waist there, which you see here in the drawing I eventually did. And this was taken in Sarajevo around 1936 or 37. She was born, was it 1922? And she was drowned off the island of Pag on the Adriatic coast in, I forget, it was 41 or 42. And from that particular photograph that I chose, sitting outdoors like in a park, I enlarged that, and then I enlarged it a third time at a photocopy shop to the same size it is here, and I drew it as you see it. And one of the questions I get asked all the time is,
why is she upside down?
Thank you. So upside down is all a matter of visual perception. Depends on how you want to. I view it, the whole artwork is right side up. But I will say that the fact that she was drowned, and he sent me photographs of where Jewish and non-Jewish Croatians alike were thrown into like these well pits in Croatia, and also a photograph he sent where people were thrown into the sea. Makes me think of people being upside down and you know, as your life. So that happened. Some of the more interesting things going on in here. And so we do see I didn't have these photos with me yesterday for yesterday's audience, but both sisters are wearing these like flower like garlands, I guess you'd call them. So you may notice this down here, Jewfish. So I would stop at 3 minutes, and you could restart if you want. Or no, continue maybe to 5. I was shopping at a Vietnamese grocer in the International District at the time I was working on this, and they had packaged Jewfish, which kind of fascinated me in terms of language. We have like Jewfish. If you look in the encyclopedia, paper, online, internet, you can see like Judenfish is Jewfish, or a particular type of like beastly-looking ocean fish. We have wandering Jew plants. Right. And I find it kind of fascinating because you don't have like, well, you know, there's like Catholic fish, Protestant fish. Why do Jews end up with these type of things?
Did it say anything in the
No, I haven't found anything pertaining to where that came from. So I haven't, and I'm also going to take this to International District Library branch, where there's usually some Chinese or Vietnamese-speaking staff. There's one Korean I know. I want to get the Chinese translated that was in the packaging. That was the fish itself. That when I finally took it out of the package, I had to draw really quickly. It was like it was a dried fish, but it stank royally once I took it out of the freezer and package. Here we have this is upside down, although if you're looking at Mira this way, it would appear right side up, from a black and white reproduction of a page of the Sarajevo Haggadah. Haggadah being the ritual booklet used for the Passover Seder dinner in the Jewish tradition. Synagogues on Saturday, that's one of my favorite songs in terms of singing. The bird was from my imagination. The dominoes from the childhood domino set I found at home. It was not complete. This on the bird was from they sell these things like a history, whatever, natural history museums, from a history museum in Montrose, Scotland. And all of this around here was much better defined before I grouted it. And you can't go back and change these things afterwards, but if I were to redo this, I would have done the grout possibly in either all white or all black, because a lot of the art, it was from a synagogue in Serbia, from a book called Synagogues Without Jews, which you can, I don't know if Seattle Public Library has it, but I had attended a workshop at a Yad Vashem conference in 2002 in Jerusalem, a Holocaust conference, by the couple who authored this book and did the photographs of all these synagogues in Europe that no longer had Jews. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Down in the bottom here, not part of the, not including the shelf, but below where all this green slate is, the green slate I had picked up from some construction debris around Broadway and Pine in Seattle. But all this along here I picked up in walks around Jerusalem in 2007, around the old walled city. Although some of the shells must have been from beach walks in Haifa or Tel Aviv. And one of the stones is from the, after I left visiting the Western Wall, what we used to call the Wailing Wall back in the old days, I had wandered into this Christian cemetery, which has like two different levels. There's a Christian Arab level and the higher level, and the lower level has all these Polish Catholic graves. There's a whole Polish community in Palestine and Israel in the interwar period and so on. And Oskar Schindler is buried there. And I wanted to visit, see his grave, and I picked up this stone. Someone asked me afterwards, how can you take a stone from this graveyard? I said, there's no shortage of stones and rocks in Jerusalem, or practically everywhere in Israel for that matter.